Time to strike! You think you can outshoot me? Captain Chemo on duty!
Sierra at 12 o'clock!
Dust 'em, Pix! Nothing a little gunpowder won't fix.
Hello everyone and welcome to an all-new episode of A Talk with the Industry series brought to you by SEGi Group of Colleges. My name is CY and I'm your moderator tonight. Now before we go on any further, I just want to do a very quick tech check to make sure you could see me and you can hear me clearly. So if you can see me and if you can hear me, can you comment in the comments box below? Let me know if you could see me and hear me. Please type a yes so that I know you could hear me. And while waiting for the comments to come in, I was just looking at the comments feed as we play through the videos just now. And I see we have students and friends connecting from all over Malaysia, as well as I saw one connecting in from Philippines as well. Hello, hello. And one of the viewers was saying, I think it was Baz, have spent $2,000 on Wild Reef already. So you've come to the right place. So I'm just seeing a lot of, Bas San, right? I spent 2K already for this game. So I see a lot of yeses coming in. I see Chris, Jia Jian, Jia Hong, Mohammed Isladik, okay, Ying Ying, Aldrin Poi, Jay, Cindy, Koku Hero, Jacqueline, Priscilla as well. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for letting me know that you can see me and hear me clearly. Now, tonight, we are very privileged to be able to speak to Riot Games, Mr. Nelson, but more on him later. Now, if you're watching this, what I want you to do is, I'm very sure, right? If you are here today, and if this is your first show, right, you must be a gamer and you must play Wild Rift, right? So if you have friends who play Wild Rift as well, if you have friends who play League of Legends, right, what I want you to do now is to tag 3 of them. You need to tag 3 of them. Why? Number one, you can share it with you can share this live feed with them. I'm very sure they want to hear it from the man behind this brand, right? And at the same time, that is how you are going to be eligible for the lucky draw as well, right? So remember to share this live feed. Remember to tag 3 friends, right? And and before we go on, right, I just want to acknowledge some of SEGi Group of Colleges industry partners who are here tonight. I have a really, really long list because it's a lot of them, but they are just like you watching and joining us live tonight. So a very quick one, right? Mr. Johnson and Miss Avis from Starbucks Malaysia. By the way, our live talk with Starbucks Malaysia is next week, so stay tuned for that. And then there is Miss Jacqueline and Miss Mel from Marriott International, Miss Sukman, who's an old friend from Shopee, Miss Jiang Yi from Grab, Mr. Castrick and Miss Jeanette from Shure, who sponsored this very nice looking mic. I'm not sure if you could see it. Yep, it's a Shure mic. And then we have Miss Junita from Yogurt. We did a live talk with her a few weeks ago. So if you remember the yogurt session, right, type in the comments box and say hello, Junita, and let us know, right? And there's Mr. Chris from MSI, Miss Mimi, an old friend from U Mobile, Mr. Azizan, and Miss Yin Mei from Malaysia Airlines. So thank you to all of our industry partners who have tuned in and are watching us live with us right now. And of course, a huge shout out also goes out to our new students who have just enrolled for the August intake. I understand that over the last 2 days is your orientation. If you're watching this and you're from the orientation from yesterday and today, do type in the comments box, say, hi, I'm new in SEGi, so that we could, welcome you. And of course, from all of our viewers who are watching us live right now on the Facebook and YouTube accounts of SEGi Group of Colleges in Penang, Kuala Lumpur, Subang, Jaya, and Sarawak as well. Welcome. Now, we are super excited tonight because this is a brand that a lot of people thought an education institution will never bring to their campus, right? But in SEGi, we do things a little bit differently. We believe that esports actually help develop you into a more it gives you a more holistic development as an individual, and it trains you a lot of things that you cannot learn in the classroom as well. And tonight, we are very honored to have Mr. Nelson Woon, the Regional Marketing Manager for Southeast Asia, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau from Riot Games to talk about League of Legends Wild Rift. And if you're a gamer, right, if you play League of Legends, can everybody type LOL in the comments box? Type LOL if you play League of Legends and if you play Wild Rift, right? And in a moment, I'm going to bring out Mr. Nelson. And when I bring him out on the screen, I would also like to encourage all of you to type a hello as well so that you can join me in welcoming him. So I see Chen Yuan typed LOL, Apex LOL, okay, Andre. So a lot of Guan Zhong Tan, okay, Kopu Hero, Chen Yuan Hua, a lot of you plays LOL. Okay, fantastic. Very good. Now, if you're ready, are you ready, guys? If you are ready, right, what I want you to do is I'm going to bring up Mr. Nelson now. And if you are ready, can you type Riot Games in all caps in the comments box? Type Riot Games in the comments box and join me in welcoming Mr. Nelson online right now. Hello, Mr. Nelson.
Hello, hey SEGi. Hi everyone.
Hi.
It's
And
really
before,
nice to meet you here, and also like really nice to and thanks so much for inviting me to the talk. A nice
thank,
opportunity for me to speak to the students.
thank you, thank you. I understand you're a very busy man, so thank you for
No,
giving us your valuable time.
no.
Okay,
When it comes to like having opportunity to share a little bit about the gaming and esports industry, and also like giving a little bit of tips and insights of what's happening behind the scenes, it's always a pleasure.
thank you so much, Nelson. And without further ado, we are going to jump right into our topic today with the first question, and that is, Mr. Nelson, would you be able to give us some introduction about Riot Games and League of Legends Wild Rift?
Sure, definitely. So before it begins, to introduce about Riot Game, no, League of Legends Wild Rift, I'll go into a little bit history about Riot Games first.
Mhm.
So as of Riot Games, Riot Games was founded in year 2006 to develop, publish, and support the most player-focused game in the world. And in 2009, Riot released its debut title, League of Legends, to worldwide acclaim. And League has gone on to be the most player-focused PC game in the world, and is a key driver to the explosive growth of esports. And headquartered in Los Angeles, California, right now Riot has more than 2,500 writers and in more than 20 offices worldwide, including the one which is Southeast Asia,
Mhm.
which I'm sitting right now. And as League enters its second decade, so Riot continues to evolve the game while delivering the new experiences to player with their Legends of Runeterra, Valorant, League of Legends Wild Rift, Teamfight Tactics Mobile, and multiple work in progress titles, which you will see in the coming future. Other than games, Riot is also building the world of Runeterra through multimedia projects across music, for example, KDA, comic books, board games, and also the upcoming Netflix animated series Arcane, which I believe if you guys have followed and Riot Games, you'll be excited for it as well. And so, what is League of Legends Wild Rift? So, in the simple terms, Wild Rift is a 5v5 mobile experience. What I mean by mobile is multiplayer online battle arena, where players plays five-man team against other players. And Wild Rift is built from the ground up for mobile and console. And with fresh controls and fast-paced games, players of every level, regardless of who you are, can team up with friends and log in their champions and go for the big plays. Well, it is free right now to download on iOS and Android. If you haven't too, feel free to do so.
Okay, thank you, Nelson, for the very good introduction. And I think to majority of our viewers out there, they are already very, very familiar with Riot Games. But I was very impressed with the amount of rioters that you have all over the world. And to all of our viewers, if you're a rioter as well, can you comment in the box? Comment box. Let us know which game from Riot Games do you play, and if you play Wild Rift, right, please let us know as well. Now, moving on to the next question, which is a bit towards the marketing side, where you're an expert in. How does a gaming company actually do marketing? And I think this question interests a lot of our students as well, because a lot of them play games. Yeah, but they don't get to see behind the scenes of how a gaming company actually does marketing. So over to you, Nelson.
Yep, sure. Thanks, CY. So a little bit introduction of where my role is. I am the regional marketing manager for Southeast Asia, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau. So when it comes to Southeast Asia is incredibly diverse and complex. So like with countries at different levels of network and technology. And marketing to the game itself is not about highlighting the game's unique and appealing qualities, but also making it such that it's accessible and playable by our players. So how do we do that? First thing first is we do this by working with a diverse staff and partners to navigate the language barriers and also to understand the different cultures from different markets in Southeast Asia. So it's incredibly important that we do so and understanding our audience through gathering feedback is one of the ways we remain a player-focused developer. We do invest in key partnerships by building a robust payments ecosystem and supporting local languages to further our initiatives. As you know, Southeast Asia is made out of different countries with different cultures and different languages. So we also build and fosters these communities and ramp up our teams to local community with like local community and channel leads. This helps us to better engage and understand the needs of the community across all Southeast Asian markets. And even to this end, we have also recognized the value of having boots on the ground. And as if you visit our RELICS.com career website, you should know that we are actively hiring country managers for the Philippines, Malaysia, and Indonesia, and also Thailand to grow our truly local presences in the market. And we tackle Southeast Asia. In short, I call Southeast Asia SEA. So we tackle SEA as a mobile-first region, with mobile gaming deeply ingrained in the SEA's youth culture. So mobile or smartphone is the first, if not the only device SEA players play games with. And this trend offers a great opportunity for growth of mobile gaming and esports in SEA, and establishing the region as the global hub for mobile esports. And this phenomenon became a push factor for Riot Games to launch several mobile-driven initiatives in SEA first. So as you can see here, we are the first region to launch Wild Rift, with Philippines being one of the countries shortlisted for regional alpha. And the learnings and feedback from players in this region was and will continue to be crucial as we look to launch the game in more markets and improve players' experience. Secondly, we are also the first region to roll out Wild Rift esports, namely the Wild Rift SEA Icon series. And SEA is the ideal testing ground for us to build a foundation for Wild Rift esports. It enables us to learn what works, what doesn't work. And the feedback from players and teams in SEA is crucial in determining how Riot Games should continue build and also like grow the game's esports ecosystem globally. And we release content and launch campaigns and features that are optimized for mobile. What I mean by that is that we use social and online platforms as key channels to engage our players in this region and meeting where our players are. And then we develop localized thematic content and as well as campaigns for popular social platforms in SEA, such as platforms that you guys are well known to: Facebook, Instagram, and also TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Moving on, right? Talking about channels and social media, what are the channels that Riot Games use to promote the game?
Well, we look at Southeast Asia as the market because different markets has a different preference to what social platforms that they use. So in Southeast Asia, Riot is active and a majority of the top social platforms here. So like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. We have also run campaigns on Twitch and Kumu. And in addition to social platforms, we also maintain official game websites where players can find patch notes, esports tournament information, in-game event updates, and more. And there are other ways that we promote our games as well. So including like public relations. And this includes strategic formation of sharing and relationship building with top news sites across the region to get the news out about games and activities. And we also perform something called the direct marketing through email newsletters, hyping up the latest in-game content. You may receive some of these emails from Riot if you hold on. You do have an active Riot account. And we also run advertising campaigns on popular networks like Facebook, Google, and Google to attract new players and entice them to install our games as well.
I see. So right now we are going to go into our halftime break. What is going to happen after the break is we have some more questions for Mr. Nelson, and immediately after that is the lucky draw session where we are giving out some very exciting prizes for tonight. So for those of you who are watching, take this. We are going to go for a break. And when we come back, there's more questions, there's more sharing, and of course there's lucky draw as well. So I'll see you after the halftime break. Yeah, stay tuned.
Come on, you! Let's dance!
I'm on it, Black Shoe!
Time to strike! You think you can outshoot me? Captain Chemo on duty!
Sierra at 12 o'clock.
Custom picks. Nothing a little gunpowder won't fix.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. And we're going to go into our second segment of the night. And we're going to start the segment with the topic around influencers, social influencers, right? And to those of you who are marketing students, I'm very sure, the term social influencer is not something that is very new to you. Nelson, we're just wondering, right, what are the criteria for Riot Games in selecting or choosing an influencer to work with?
Yeah, this is a very interesting question. So, the main factor that we're looking at is more on authenticity. So, like, authenticity is the key to us, and we believe that content creators play an integral role in showcasing our games in truly creative ways and reaching the right audiences. So, what happens is that we usually work with content creators who are genuinely passionate about our games and IP, and who either actively stream or play our titles. Similar to our approach with mobile esports teams as well, Riot doesn't limit creators to playing only Riot titles, as we believe this is a healthier approach to work with content creators, which we believe will benefit the industry in the long run.
Thank you for sharing. The next question is how League of Legends Wild Rift maintains its popularity of the game. I mean, the esports industry is very competitive, and I'm very sure our students will want to find out how do you maintain the popularity at all times.
Yeah. If you guys have seen like the 5 values that we happen to post on our website, Riot Games website, the first is always player experience first. So what happens is that we focus on quality and unforgettable experiences for fans. We launched things like KDA, which is like a music K-pop group. We launched the Baron fight during the Wild Rift launch event, and also Honey Fruit, which if for some players, if especially in Thailand, they could probably already tasted it and have the experience of telling us like how a honey fruit actually tastes like. So other than that, we also emphasize on building community, and we are always listening to local feedback. The key motto is to deliver unrivaled experiences to players in SEA region. So other than focusing on unforgettable experiences, we also making sure that we put and definitely invest in esports. So we are here in the goal of making a truly global esports for Wild Rift. So we want to be the true global champions in mobile esports. We want to make sure that SEA teams are consistently a strong contender. So we have since established the Wild Rift SEA Icon series, and the response has been really positive. Some of the numbers, as you can see here, our recent survey shows that 72% of the Wild Rift players in Indonesia actually watch SEA Icon series, which is a pretty huge number as well. And hyper localized segments, we do launch like things like during Ramadan, Icon series and Malaysia as well will take a longer break during breakfast time. And then casters like, for example, Ikuto, if you're watching this, and also Macao would break fast with our viewers on screen by eating Maggie. Maggie is one of our sponsors for the Wild Rift Icon series in Malaysia as well.
See.
Other than that, we have like hundreds of teams participating across currently across 8 markets, and our peak daily unique views is 1.28 million, as you can see from here as well.
Wow.
And then other than esports, we have since rolled out a couple of hyperlocal initiatives and campaigns for Wild Rift for players across SEA by tapping into local cultural moments. One of the key examples is Songkran, which is the Thai New Year, where we launched a series of a slew of online engagements, and initiatives to keep players entertained as they celebrate Songkran at home, especially amid the pandemics. So some of the key examples, as you can see here, is the Wild Rift Songkran. We call it Wild Rift reality show, which is we call it Songkran Rift Splash. And also some example like the TikTok duet challenge, which was inspired by Nami's ultimate ability, the tidal wave. We also launched a key couples of other initiatives like the Songkran Team comics, Songkran Team Wild Rift flying stickers, and one of the coolest stuff, not one, but several cool stuff that we have made includes like the actual Miss Fortune water gun, as you can see from here. And we made a t-shirts, help bar t-shirts that changes color when it's wet, as you can see here as well. And some couple other things like the champion face shield. And other than Songkran,
sorry, please go ahead.
Cool.
Sorry,
right.
Please go ahead.
So, no worries. Other than Songkran, as you can see here also, during Hari Raya and the fasting month, we try to delight players and fans in Indonesia and Malaysia by supporting underserved communities in Indonesia. So an example that you can see in the center, the GIF here, is by supporting Collab Asia, Burka Esports Tournament, where we sponsor food package which has been delivered to the underprivileged during the month of Ramadan and for every team that registers as well. And we also launched a series of social campaigns where we have players to share their Ramadan moments. Understand that this is during the pandemic moment. So we also make custom-made Raya cookies, and which we send to partners, and also Ramadan team comics. And also you have watched, especially those from Indonesia and Malaysia, the short films that we have made, as you can see from top left corner here, Suara Mama, which is from Indonesia, and also Raya Approach, which is the Malaysian short films. So other than local moments, the one piece which just happened just a month ago, last month, which is the Sentinels of Light campaign and event. This is just a little bit history or background about Sentinels of Light. So Sentinels of Light is Riot Games' first multi-event that depicts the darkness that falls upon Runeterra as Sentinels gather to face the greatest threat to Runeterra yet, which is the Rune King. And as always, in SEA, we strive to deliver the best player experience to our Southeast Asian fans. And we want to help them to understand the story of the Sentinels in a way that it feels exclusive to SEA. So the question is that how can we bring the story of Sentinels of Light to life in an epic, spectacular display that was also utterly SEA? So the answer to this is that we created a unique rendition of the iconic Sentinels of Light soundtrack by playing it on our beloved Southeast Asia instruments through a unique orchestral music experience, which I will share in the next slide. And the Symphony of, which we call it the Symphony of Light. So in this Symphony of Light, players and fans were invited to experience the ruination and also the fever of battle and celebrate the hope of the Sentinels through an exclusive audio and visual spectacular. And the Symphony of Light was premiered on 31st of July with great success. And from here, for those who have watched the Symphony of Light, we at Riot Games, we want to say a big thank you to all of you, not just players, creators, and partners who gave us your trust and support and make this possible. So I see a lot of messages like thank you, Rito, messages, comments, and also like encore requests. Why is it so short? Please do it again, right? This drives us and motivate us to continue putting players at the center of everything we do. And we will not stop chasing all these bold, hyperlocal ideas, also creating things that are unique. And hopefully this will make impossible dreams come true. And before we end, I would like to play like the Symphony of Light. It's a 3 minutes music video here for you to experience what it is.
Now, just before we play the video, if we can, right? I see that there's a lot of comments asking that, can I ask Mr. Nelson a question? So while the video is playing, if you have questions, right, please type it. You can begin to type it in the comments box already so that, we can pick and choose what questions we want to show. And, the video is 3 minutes long, so you have 3 minutes to type your question. And if not, we are going to jump right into the video. Sorry, Nelson, for interrupting.
No worries.
Okay, admin, if you could just put me up. I think there's a bit of technical error where we forgot to turn on the sound, turn on the share sound thing. And so to our IT team, could you very quickly do that once more and put the video up when you're ready? But before we play the video again, I saw a comment coming in from I think he was saying that he loved how Riot Games customizes and localizes its marketing strategy according to the country, and I guess that is what marketing in the 21st century look like, right? There is no one size fits all sort of formula, and if you want to be really successful, right, like Riot Games, right, it's also about how you can understand a culture and get your brand into that culture and to engage with the people in the local context, right, Nelson?
Yep, correct. So if you remember and recall when I first started off with the presentation, is more on explaining how like Southeast Asia itself is a very diverse and complex market. Everyone thinks that Southeast Asia speaks a single language, have a single telco, single payment method, but it's not true. So if you separate out like markets and different markets, they have different language that they speak, different celebrations and festivals, different payment methods, and it's also like different telcos and technologies that we have to cater in. So factoring all this, when it comes to localization, it's not just about translating the game into local language, but also we'll have to understand the local context, like the culture and what makes the players feels good. Because everything is about player experience first. Keep aside things that you think along, like hey, translating the languages, everything. But why do we do that in the first place? Is because so that players can understand the content itself. And also we look at even like different markets uses different channels, like different gaming news site, different let's say preference in social channels, for social media channels as well. So we have to take into account those as well. This is what I mean by localization. Yeah.
Thank you, Nelson, for sharing. And I think our IT team has got the video fixed, so let's jump onto the video.
Cool.
Okay, there's audio this time. Very good. Okay, and we are back. Wow, that was really, really impressive. Okay, and right now we are going to jump into the Q&A section as well as the lucky draw section. So to students, right, how we're going to do this lucky draw, not students, to viewers who are watching this right now, how we're going to do our lucky draw is this. We're going to bring out a Ferris wheel, and in a moment we are going to spin the wheel. If your name is being selected, you are going to have 1 minute, to identify yourself by commenting in the comments box, saying I am the winner, so that we could identify you and send a gift to you. And you only have 1 minute to do that. Of course, if we don't manage to get a winner, right, if you are not there, then we are going to draw another one. So that is how we're going to do the lucky draw. And of course, meanwhile, while we wait for the winner to identify himself or herself, we're going to jump into the Q&A section where we have Mr. Nelson answering some of the questions that has popped out, right? And I think our team has selected a few questions already. Now, without further ado, let's roll and let's see who our first winner is. Let's go. And the first winner for the night is Rachel Teresa. Rachel, if you're watching this, please comment in the comments box and let us know you are the winner. Rachel Teresa, you have 1 minute starting now. Okay, we have the first question from Chris Lim. Hi, Mr. Nelson. I'm an IT student. What can I apply in Riot Games? Well, this is a very good question.
Cool. Thanks so much for that. So at Riot, we are always looking for subject matter experts. What I mean by subject matter experts are those who are experts and also familiar and professional in that particular field. So this extends beyond just being like what many players would misunderstood, a good gamer, right? So we hire engineers, artists, HR folks, lawyers, finance manager, and even like marketing managers like myself, right? So the most important thing is that these candidates are strong in their craft and can bring expertise to Riot. This is the first thing. We have many IT roles in Riot if you visit riotgames.com and check out the careers page. Right now in SEA, we are still growing our teams, so keep an eye for new roles all the time. And in the meantime, I would encourage you to, of course, keep studying hard and becoming an expert in your field.
Thank you, Nelson. And I guess that is something that a lot of people don't realize. Like I was telling you a few days ago, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people think that, let's put it this way, a lot of students nowadays, they love games. And of course, they want to get into the esports industry. But all they think about when coming into the esports industry, right, is being a rock star player. Like if they're a super good player, right, then they go in. And if they are an average player, then maybe, esports is not an industry that they want to be in. But actually in esports, it's already a multi-billion-dollar industry. And there are a lot of openings and there are actually a lot of opportunity in the esports ecosystem, isn't it?
Yep.
So
Yeah, to your point, right, Sivai, is that the misconception is always that I must be good at playing games and then I have to be like the top players in order for me to join the gaming industry or even the esports industry. So, but this may not be true. I would admit that I am definitely not a pro player. If I'm going to play with pro players, I will lose like badly, right? That's first thing. But what I'm good at is that my craft at marketing. When it comes to marketing, it's all like understanding the market, understand what players really want, then launch the things that the players really want to experience with. So other than that, if you take a look at esports itself, while you see the cool stuff like grand tournaments, you see things like top players like Faker on stage, you see all the spotlight, but behind the scene there are so many things happening. We have like a producer who coordinate the show. We have stage designers who design the cool stage and lightings, like all these lighting engineers who design all these like cool effects and stuff like that. This is only the tips of the iceberg. And behind the scene, from the first place, like how do you even know the esports event? You have like marketing teams selling content, designing really nice banners, videos. All those are, we are all working in a huge ecosystem in the esports industry. So
Thank
other
you.
than that, even let's say you're not working directly with like esports, you could be other brands, for example, sponsoring the esports. You could also indirectly contribute to esports. So it's a huge industry. There's many ways on how you want to join the industry itself.
Exactly. So students, if you're interested in esports, just understand this, right? There are multiple ways for you to get into the esports industry. It's a really fun and exciting industry to be in. I think Rachel Teresa did not identify herself, but here's a question from Andre. Will Riot plan on having cross-platform support for PC and console players?
Yeah, so at the moment, our game teams are focused on fully rolling out Wild Rift on mobile across the globe. It was only earlier this year that the game was released in Brazil and Americas, and we do plan to release the game on console, that's for sure. But I'm not able to share any further details right now, as our team's still working hard on this. We'll definitely be sure to announce the availability on the new platforms once it's ready. So stay tuned on our social media platforms.
Okay, great. And right now we're going to draw our second winner of the night. Not second winner, but because Rachel did not identify herself, right? So still the first winner of the night. Let's see who the winner is. Okay, the next winner is Kelvin Perk. Kelvin, can you identify yourself in the comments box? You have 1 minute, to comment I am the winner so that we can identify you. So your 1 minute starts now. Let's jump on to the next question. The next question is a question from Jia Jian Tan. Hello, Mr. Nelson. Riot Games is now growing. So what is the future plans of Riot in the next 5 years? Wow, this is a big question.
Well, we do have plans for them. So as mentioned, we at Riot is expanding, and by expanding we mean expanding aggressively in SEA. So like we are actively hiring country managers for most of our key markets, including Malaysia itself. And we intend to have in-game market teams to manage event and marketing, community, and more. And this will enable us to reach players directly and bring more exciting activities to them. And it also enables us to partner with exciting local brands, and we can do so much more. And it's amazing to think that last year we launched 3 games, and this year we announced Arcane on Netflix. So definitely we have lots more in store beyond just gaming over the next 5 years. And this includes other things like exciting music and entertainment projects as well.
Thank you, Nelson, for answering. I see that Kelvin Peck has identified himself. So congratulations, Kelvin. We're going to draw another winner after this, but let's jump on to this question first. It's a question from Ikigai 512. How do Riot compete with other mobile games such as Mobile Legend and Honor of King that have dominant mobile platform for the long? Okay, I guess it's how does Riot Game competes with other mobile games, right?
Yeah, thanks so
Long
much
period
for
of
these
time.
questions. Yeah, it's a very interesting questions. Because Wild Rift right now is about like 10 months into its regional open beta, and while other games have been out there for much longer, so like it's difficult to compare a young toddler to a grown child or even a teenager. I'm sure you agree with that. And
Yeah.
our focus right now is to making sure that we are rolling out the right game features and fixes for Wild Rift, and while at the same time keeping pace with a very fast-moving Wild Rift mobile esports scene, as you have experienced from the Icon series as well. So a few things that we never lose sight of is quality. So bringing global levels quality, be it in our out-of-game marketing or in-game art, and building a sustainable esports scene that is truly global and gives teams from across SEA a chance to play on an international stage, unlike other leagues that are more focused on pan-regional play. So we have seen a lot of passionate and also like passion and also love from players, both from loyal League of Legends PC players and also new mobile players alike. And we are super thankful for all the support you guys have given.
Thank you, Nelson, for the answer. We're going to draw the next winner for the night. So let's see who the next winner is. Okay, our next winner is Jacqueline Tan Ying Si. So, Jacqueline, you're going to have 1 minute. Remember to identify yourself by commenting "I am the winner" in the comments box so that we can identify you. And Jacqueline, your 1 minute starts now. And let's move on to the next question. It's a question from KG Ng. Is there any tips in maintaining a community? Wow, this is also a very big question.
It's definitely a very interesting question as well, because we at Riot, we really value communities. So like community like yours are what keep us going and help to provide us the most valuable feedback. And those feedback is the thing that impact the game development and also improvement. So that said, we know it's not easy to maintain communities, and it takes a lot of consistency and passion to keep things going. So we have been rolling out the Riot SEA Communities program that empowers player-created communities with in-game rewards and also others to help grow your community. So you'll be able to recognize them from the RSC logo. In short, Riot SEA Communities means RSC. RSC logo that presence on their community pages. So you can send us a message on the Wild Rift Malaysia Facebook page or even the Instagram channel for us to let you know how to get started if you're interested.
Thank you, Nelson. And Jacqueline has also identified herself. So Jacqueline, congratulations. So to all Lucky Draw winners, right, remember to email to the email below so that you could claim your prize. And with that, we have ended the Q&A session tonight. Thank you, Nelson, for your, for answering all these questions. And, before we say good night, let us move on to the next slide. What I'm going to do here is going to very quickly put in a bit of advertisement. Next week, we will be talking to Starbucks, who is SEGi Group of Colleges' latest partner. And two of our students, Lawrence and Kokuhiro, is going to be the host. So if you are interested in hearing from Starbucks, do stay tuned next Wednesday on the 25th of August at 8 o'clock. To hear more from Starbucks. And, moving on. And to all of you who are watching, thank you for joining us this evening. And I would like to invite all of you to join me in thanking Mr. Nelson, for joining us today. So what I want everybody to do is very quickly type in the comments box, right? Thank you, Nelson. Thank you, Riot, right? And join me in thanking Nelson and Riot Games for the night. So on behalf of SEGi Group of Colleges and all of our viewers, Nelson, I would like to express our gratitude for you investing your time with us tonight.
I would like to also express my greatest gratitude to everyone who watched this. Also, big thank you to SEGi College for the opportunity to speak to students and audience around here. And I wish everyone safe, stay safe, stay healthy, especially amid the pandemics as well. And
Thank
good night
you
to everyone.
Thank you, Nelson. And to all our viewers, stay safe, stay connected, and see you next week. Good night.